today's episode. On this week's Time to Talk, I'll be talking about coping with the loss of a pet. As some of you know, my dog passed away in January of 2019. It's been very emotional, to say the least. Where do I start? So I've been trying to make this video multiple times. Actually, today is May 5th, 2020. I had clips of when it was a year since he had passed, but I couldn't get myself to actually talk about the subject. I do want to be brave because, I can elaborate on this more in another video, but just to get straight to the point, just a few things that I've done in my process to help me cope, to help me be okay. So one of the things that I've been doing is whenever I am feeling extremely upset missing him, I just realizing that, hey, he's not here, is I will go into music mode. So I've always loved music. It's been one of my favorite things to go to in times of just emotional turmoil. So I realized at a very young age that I like to write or compose songs. So that's what I would do. I would write them. So I decided that I would make him a song, and it's just a tune that I will default to, and rather than focus on the negative aspect, his absence, because I want to remember him with the lyrics and to remember the smile that he put on my face. The lyrics that I create regarding him just put me in a very kind of calm sense of being. So that's my number one go-to. Other than that, I will craft things. I was crocheting a couple of months ago, some baby items, before all of this started to occur, and then actually wasn't able to give some of those items to the people because I was like, well, what if what if I was sick or something, or what if I was exposed and then I'm here giving a gift? Yeah, so I didn't want to be responsible for that. So but I do crochet still. Very surreal now that I have to sew. Now that I basically have to sew masks, it's entirely. I didn't know how practical the skill, which obviously it's a practical skill, but I didn't know that I would be using it to create something that would just almost be so impactful in our life, because now we're all going to be wearing masks. I'd be like, oh, I get to sew. It should be fun to make a skirt or a dress. And don't get me wrong, I enjoy the sewing process, but just what the mask represents. So typically what I do is I'll default to creating something in his, almost like in his memory, or something that reminds me of that sense of happiness and his calmness, so that I can continue about my days in a very positive way, as opposed to, you know, getting sad and depressed. You know, being in New York, I get to experience different seasons, and that's what we would experience. So the first time that it snowed and he wasn't here, that was tough, because he was so small. So when he would jump, like he would go through the snow if it was high enough, he would like sink in. So he was sinking. Just such a sweetheart. What else? I'm trying to be very brave so that I can make this video and post it, and, you know, stick to my word, because I've been saying that I'm going to post this video, and I realize that there's other people that may need to hear some of this, if not to do the exact same thing, but at least to trigger, like, okay, I can, you know, maybe paint or draw or something like that, that will get them, like, that will redirect the negativity and all of that anxiousness and those negative feelings towards something in a more positive light. So typically, yeah, I think my best almost advice would be to create something that makes you, or that enables you to remember that being in a very positive light. So it is getting late today, and I think I will be making a part 2 to this video. One, to keep it brief, and 2, because it's been a long day, and it's the type of day that I do miss him. You know, I miss getting home and greeting him. In part 2, I will definitely communicate more on how I truly viewed him, because he was more of a child to me than a pet. So, yeah. But I'll talk to you guys later. I appreciate you listening, and I appreciate just your time. I hope that you're all safe and that you're all well, and that if you are going through something similar, that you find a way to basically keep their memory alive and, you know, share the part of you that was changed because of them. I miss my kid.